and I have another 4th of July video to share with you guys, so stay tuned. Alright, so what we're using today, we are making a bracelet. So I've got out our roll of the flex wire. Oh, and it's starting to come untwined off the reel here, or the spool, whatever you want to call it. Come on, get back on there. I cut 2 strands of it, and I cut it good and long. I think I cut probably about a foot, little over a foot worth. I cut it long because I wanted to make sure I had enough room for all this beadwork that I was going to be doing on this one. And then I took some of our crimp beads and I put them on the end, and I used one of our little clasps that goes over the crimp beads. There we go. Get one of those out. One of these to go over that, because that's what's going to hold our jump ring so that we can clasp this bracelet all together. And then to get it started, I used one of our spacer beads, one of the little round ones. Because when I first started doing this, I just had the beads flush with the clasp that goes over the crimp bead. I had them flush with that, but I just didn't like how that looked sitting right up next to that. I just felt like it was giving off a weird space right there. So I went ahead and I put the spacer bead, and then I put the beads up next to that, and that looks a little bit better to me. And then I went through, and on one strand I did blue and the white, and I got 8 of the blue and then 2 white, 8 of the blue again, 2 white, 8 blue, and the white again. I did have a 4th one, and then I started another section of that, but then when I started trying to size that around my wrist, I realized that was just a bit too much. That was too long. So I took that section off and I shortened it. Instead of having 4 sections of blue, we're going to try it with the 3 sections of blue. And then for the red and white, it's 3 red and 3 white for each alternating section there. Just so that you guys are kind of caught up to speed on what I'm doing. I'm trying to keep the wires straight because they keep kind of wanting to twist on me. Because when I get one section of the beads done, I'm using one of my small round spacer beads, or balls, or whatever you want to call them. And I'm using that to create that one section. And those are wanting to twist. I guess that might not be too bad if they twist. That might be kind of cute, but that's not what I'm trying to go for. So I try and keep these as straight as I possibly can. Got that there. So now we're going to start with the blue again. And we're going to count out 8 blue. There's 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, come on. 6. That should be 6 beads. That went on there, right? Yep, okay. Eyes are getting just a little bit tired. Alright, so there's our 8 blue beads. And then we just need 2 of the white ones. And for this, you don't want to do too thick of beads, so kind of watch which ones you're grabbing. That way you're not throwing off your spacing. And all my beads got a little jumbled up because I was moving to a different location to do my videos today. Oh, flying beads. And so I just let them all get jumbled up and mixed up. That's 4 blue. We need 4 more. Come on. Some of the fuzz off this felt is starting to come up a little bit more and grab everything. Any suggestions for that, guys? When the felt starts getting too fuzzy. Okay, there's 1, there's 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 1 and 2 white beads. And then 1 more section of the blue. You know, and if your beads get jumbled up on your mat, as long as you know what section, just keep track of what section you're doing and how many beads you're using of what color for that section, it's not that big of a deal. It's just kind of having to sift through it to get to the beads that you want. Oh, for crying out loud. There we go. Okay, there's 4. We need 4 more. And number 4. And then 2 more white beads. All right. And that is our blue section. And now off to the red. And again, we're using 3 red and then 3 blue. Maybe. All right, come on, bead. I'm going to use you whether you like it or not. Okay, there we go. Two and 3. Okay. There's our first section, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections of red and 5 sections of the white. And that's 1, so we just got 4 more to go. And then we'll have our middle section of our bracelet done. Come on, little bead. Come on. There we go. Ah, this darn felt. Let's move it over here. I'm bound and determined to use this 1 bead just because it's irritated me now. And it could also be because the end of my wire. That's one thing I've noticed about the flex wire, that sometimes whenever you cut it, it does kind of flare off just a little bit on the end. And that can make it difficult. All right, come on. You were on that wire. Get on there. Fine. I'll just put it off to the side. I'm done fighting it. And then I'm throwing beads at myself. No idea where that one went. I tell you what, I lose and drop so many beads. It is unreal. But I'm sure that probably goes with the territory of doing jewelry making. Okay, we got 2 sections done. On to the 3rd. There's 3 red. I have to kind of help the beads along because the tip of that wire is catching on that felt. Alright, that's 3 sections done. I think that one bead was a dud. I don't think that one has a hole in it at all. Okay. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, one more section of the red. Kind of sift through here because I just kind of slid them all off the wire when I went to fix that first section. Okay, there's 3 red. Because if you do end up making it just a little shorter than what you like, I'm going to show you a little trick at the end that'll help kind of extend it, and then you can just clasp it however tight or loose you like it. Alright, well there's the 3rd section. Okay. So now we need to get another one of these, of the spacer beads, of the round ones. And we're only going to need 2 of them for the whole bracelet because we got one there and then one here. And when we do the last section of beads, we're going to put a different spacer on there at the end. And then we're going to kind of tighten everything up and then put a crimp bead on the end there. But that's getting just a little bit ahead of ourselves, so we'll worry about that when we get there. Well, and those are kind of twisting, kind of there in the middle, but I kind of like how it kind of alternated like that. It's not what I was planning, but I kind of like that. Okay, just because that one is so tedious, we're going to do the red and white first. Okay, and our 3rd red. Oh. Okay, there we go. Alright, that's one section down. And I have my little containers of beads nearby because I know I'm going to need some more to finish off this last section. Okay, that's 3 red. Okay, there we go. And our white, that's 2 sections. Come on. Oh, well, looky there. I might not need to get any more red. Come on now. There we go. That's the fourth section of red. Now we just need the white. And white. And then 3 more red. And now this one is a little bit more time consuming as far as some of the other pieces of jewelry that I've done in these past few videos. Just because these beads are tiny, and so it does take just a little bit more time to kind of mess with them. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections of red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections of the white. All right, now on to the blue. Let's see, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll just count out those 8 ones there. That way they're already kind of off to the side. And I'm not having to worry about trying to keep track of them so much. If I count them out beforehand, that does make it a lot easier. Oh, excuse me, guys. Felt the sneeze trying to come on there. Ooh. Kind of get that little burn and tickle in the nose there. Two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8. My math was correct. All right, and then the 2 white. And then we're going to slide those all down. And more blue. So there's 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I do like it whenever I accidentally get just enough beads or more than enough and I don't have to try and dig out more. Because then I have to stop what I'm doing, get my little case of beads out. Oh, man, that made my nose run. I was just fine before. Oh, allergies are wonderful this season. All right. And then one more section of the blue, excuse me, guys, my goodness. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, and then 2 more white beads. All right. Okay, so now we're going back to our other spacer. See if you guys can see that, get that up to the camera a little bit more. Those little round ones like that. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? There we go. All right, and push that all the way down. And see, that did kind of work out. How they kind of twisted a little bit all on its own. Not like I said, not how I was planning on it going, but I was okay if that's what it did and I couldn't straighten it out. I kind of like it like that. It's kind of adds to it just a little bit. Okay, now here comes the fun part. If I can get this bag back open, it tore on me, so now it makes it hard to, oh. I just got startled in the bag behind me. Sorry, guys. Oh. Okay. Yeah, this is almost done. Just a few more minutes. All right, guys. Now we take our pliers and we're going to fish these two wires through our crimp bead. Oh, nope, I need both of them in there, not just one. Come on now. My crimp bead is kind of shifting on me. So this is what we're going to do. Just since my eyes are kind of going a little wonky on me right now. We'll just fish it through like that. Well, darn it, nope. I'm getting ahead of myself. We don't need the crimp bead yet. We need our clasp. It's going to be hard to put that on there. We've already got that crimp bead on. So why couldn't that have gone so easy for the crimp bead? Okay, now we do the crimp bead. Maybe. Come on now. Okay, yeah, we're going to have to do one wire at a time again. Just because it's being difficult tonight. Get that fished in there. Okay. Now remember, suck everything down as tight as you can. I'm trying to find my pliers that have the really skinny noses, that way I can get them in there to crimp this bead. Okay, push it down and squeeze. Okay. Now, to cut this as short as I can, kind of spread this open just a little more so I can get my cutters in there just a little bit better. Okay. See, I know I had a whole lot extra, but I wanted to make sure that I had plenty of space because I knew those beads were going to try sliding right back off. Okay, got that closed up a little bit. There's only so much you can do squeezing with your fingers, but if you get your pliers and squeeze it shut, it's so much better. Okay. Now to finish this off, kind of sort through all my boxes here. there is our clasp. And we're going to use this big old jump ring here. I think that was the 8mm size. Oh, do. Okay. Twist this open. Get your claw on there and just go through one end. It doesn't matter which end. And remember, kind of work that jump ring back and forth till you hear it and feel it kind of clicking and grinding against each other. Then you know you've got it good and tight. Okay. You know what? I don't think I'm going to use this size. I think that was just a little too big. Oh. Okay, we're going to go ahead and close this. Because what we're going to do is that we're going to make our own kind of little small chain. This was that little trick I was telling you guys about. Get you several jump rings of all the same size, and you're just going to connect those jump rings together. Where's the opening? Oh, I just bent the fire out of that one. Okay, I think we're going to set that one off to the side. All right. Oh. I don't want to lose it. Come on now. Well, for crying out loud. All right. Yep, I didn't get that one closed quite how it needs to be. Come on now. There we go. They were offset just a little bit. They just needed a little bit more closure. So in doing something like this with the jump rings, you're making your own kind of little chain with them. That way you can decide how loose or how tight you want it to be. And then if you have a little bit of a chain kind of hanging down, that just kind of adds to it just a little bit. back off. Darn it. All right. Then to kind of finish this off here on the end, this one is a little bit slightly bigger of a jump ring. I think we're going to go ahead and use it anyway, because I'm going to add this star, you guys can see that, to the very bottom here. Maybe it'll stay on. Get my hand to cooperate. All right. And you can clip it there. So you have your star hanging down. And there you guys have it. All right, guys, and there y'all have it. It's simple when you think about it. A little time consuming, but still fun to make. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope you guys are going to have a safe and wonderful 4th of July holiday. And as always, if you have any comments or suggestions for anything you want to see in a future video, just send me something down below in the comment section. And as always, you guys have an awesome day.